All right, so we're just going to talk about how to use Google Slides to make your Olympic logo design. First thing we want to do is make our workspace a little bit bigger. So we go to View and we check this here, Show Speaker Notes. That gets rid of that bottom thing there. And we go back to View and we click here on Show Film Strip. That gets rid of that. So that just makes it so we are only dealing with our workspace. Now we're going to talk about how to insert a couple different things into our design. So we go to Insert. We can do Images, which we can go to Search the Web. And I can type things in Search the Web like Olympic rings, and get that. Now, for our image, it's only going to be black or white or one solid color. So if I pick stuff like this, it's not going to work out anyway for the t-shirt design because it won't be multiple colors. So I'm just going to grab this one, check it, and I can hit Insert. And it creates that image, and I can move it around where I want. I can resize it by moving it around like that, but we're just going to leave that right where it is for now. So I inserted a picture of the Olympic rings. I can also go to Image and Insert Image, and if there's something that I have on my computer that I want to upload, I can upload it from my computer, and you'll do that from your files. We can also take a picture of something by using the camera and put that in there. So in your other tutorial videos, they show about taking a picture of something and using the line tool to trace it. So if you're doing something like that, you're going to use your camera tool and you are going to get the picture where you want it. So get your picture where you want it on your thing and take the picture, and I can select it here. I want that one in there and insert, and then I have that picture in here. So two different ways you can insert images there. Well, three different ways because you can also upload one from your computer if you have one on there. We are also going to talk about how to add words. I can do that with a text box. So I click the text box there and I just click and drag, and then I can write whatever I want in the text box. Now, to make the text box to manipulate those words in there, I can highlight them. I can change the size of the font by putting a higher number in there or hitting plus and minus. I can change the type of the font by clicking on this drop down arrow here and changing the type of the font. That will give me a different type of font. And I can also change the color of the font by clicking here and changing the color. But once again, we're just dealing with one single color, so black font will be good. If I ever need to zoom in on anything, I can click my magnifying glass and zoom in to see how it goes, but realize I'm on magnifying glass mode here. So to get off magnifying glass mode, I hit the pointer. That allows me to click on things and select things. But I want my image to fit, so I click here, and that'll get us back to everything fitting. I can also insert words with word art. So I go to Insert, and I select Word Art. So I just type what I want in the box. So Word Art, hit Enter, and it puts it in there. So I can change the size of these letters by manipulating the box, making it bigger or making it smaller. It'll change the size of that font. I can also change the color by making sure that the words are highlighted and going up here to the fill color and selecting my color there. Once again, we're just going to use black letters. I can also insert more than one word art. So I can go to word art again, and this time I want to put a space. I don't want word and art to be on the same line. I can go word, and you see here it says use enter to save, use shift enter for multiple lines. I do shift enter, word art, and now when I hit enter, it'll be on top of itself. So I got word, and then I have art right underneath there. Once again, I can change the size of that font by scrolling, by clicking and dragging on the box. And I can even change the type of font with word art as well. So there's my word art font is changed. We can also add shapes to our picture. So we click on we can go to insert and go to shapes. So shapes, arrows, callouts, equations, I can add all those. I'm going to just add a circle for now. So shapes, add a circle, drag it how you want. And then we can change the fill color here. So I make a white fill color, it's just going to be white on the inside. If I make that fill color transparent, it means that you can see through it. So let me move this back up here. So now we have a circle there. I can change the color of the lines with that, fill color with this, and I can change the line thickness with this one. So that changes how thick those lines are in my shapes. Here's a couple quick tips. If I want to make more than one of the same thing, I can copy and paste things. So I can do Control C for copy and Control V for paste. That will make me another circle there. I can also do Control D for duplicate, which is the same as copying and pasting. So if I hit Control D, it's just going to make another one of those right away. So it duplicates it. Control D duplicates. All right. So I have a lot of stuff on here. Now we'll talk about different ways to manipulate it. So if I go to Format, if I click on anything and I go to Format, it'll give me a bunch of different options. So Format Options, and I can change the size of it. So you see my width and height, they're not exactly the same. So if I wanted a perfect circle, I'd make sure that my height and my width were exactly the same on my circle, and that would give me a perfect circle. So you can change the size, rotate things. It asks you what angle you want to rotate it to. You can flip it, rotate it 90 degrees, flip it this way, or flip vertically, or flip horizontally. The position, I can change where it is located. With XY coordinates, it's letting me know that right now it's at 5.74 on the x-axis and 4.49 on the y-axis. And as I move it around, you can see that will change. But I can put it exactly where I want to if I want. There's also different things for text, which shadowing and stuff like that. You're really not going to worry about that with these files. And last thing here is to arrange things, because all these things are all over the place. So arrange, if I select something, like let's say if I move this word art up here or even down here, let's put it right there for now. Let's say I have my picture there. Right now the picture is behind the word art, and if I wanted to move that picture ahead of the word art, I could go to Arrange and Order, Bring to Front, put backwards, so I can choose where I want the order of that. So if I send that back, so my picture right now is ahead of the word art, which might not be how I want it, so I can change that order. So if I want those words in front of my picture, I change the order. I make sure it's something selected, Arrange, Order, and I could say send this to the back, send it backwards, so those words can show up there. So I can change the order. I also have different things on Arrange there. I can align things. Let's say I wanted these three circles all to be lined up. If I wanted to select more than one thing, I hold in the Control key and select. So I have all three of those things selected. Go to Arrange, Align, and I want them lined in the center vertically like this. That aligns them. If I want them, let's say I want them distributed equally from the top of the page down to the bottom. So from here down to here, I want them distributed equally. I can highlight all three of them. And I think I got that third one in there. Yes, I do, I think. Arrange, distribute vertically, and that makes them equally spaced out. I can also rotate things, rotate and flip, just like my other options. The other thing I can do is group and ungroup things. So let's say I want these three circles to always move together. If I group them, Now when I click on one, it's like I click on all three. So if I move these, all three of them will move together. And if I want to ungroup them, I go to Arrange and Ungroup, and now they will just move one at a time. So there's a couple thoughts and not really thoughts and ideas, but a couple ways to use your Google Slide in order to make and create an image. Keep in mind that it needs to be one color, and you can use all those different tools in many ways and shapes in different ways. So good luck.